welcome back to the Wake Man channel. Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna go ahead and put my new steel shot ballast bags in my boat. So I've got 500 more pounds. I've already got 1,000 pounds on here, but I've got 500 more pounds. And I'm actually gonna try to use the compartment that was brand new for the 2022 G23, where you could add supplemental ballast. I did not add that option, and I've explained this in several videos, but basically I was quite a ways over budget. So I chose not to do that because I figured I could add it later, and I already have steel shot ballast. And I may still add the supplemental ballast option in one way or another later on. But for now, I'm going to try to get underneath of these compartments, which is under the floor, under this seat and the seat over there. And I'm gonna put all the steel shot. I already have some steel shot bags in this above floor compartment here, and same with over there. I'm gonna try to put all my new steel shot ballast and the stuff that I already have in here down inside those compartments, so it's not taking up any storage space. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to it. So you can see I have 3 bags right here, and I believe this is the compartment right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a screwdriver and remove that compartment. First I'm gonna grab this bag right here and put it out of the way. All right, I'll screw it out. See if I can get this out now. I'll grab the screws first. Push it right here. Okay. All right. There we go. So that's the stock rear ballast bag right there. And then this is the compartment right here for the supplemental ballast. Give you a closer look. So there's the stock bag right there. And then here's the compartment for supplemental ballast. Looks like there's a lot of gel coat dust and some pieces from working on the boat. Yeah, it goes up in there. All right, so I'm just gonna start tossing bags in there. But before I do that, I think I might grab my shop vac and do a little cleanup. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other side so that I can get it all in at once. Okay, so I decided to get my Dyson instead of my shop vac because it's easier to get up in here. And also, it shouldn't take very long, so there we go. All right, start putting the bags in. There'll be 8 on this side, and there's going to be 9 on that side. So I just got to make sure I have enough room. There's plenty of room up in this direction. As it goes, I think it goes almost under the captain's chair, that far deep. But I don't want it to go any further than I can reach in case I want to take them out of here. I think worst case scenario, it looks like I could actually fit inside of this thing, my whole body. What I'm doing is I'm going too deep this way, and then I'll probably pile them too high. And on that side, I'll just make sure there's a little bit extra room so one can fold over the end so that it's not sliding back into the ballast bag, the stock ballast bag. I'm gonna switch out my bag that I have in my driver's seat with one of the new ones. So I'm gonna grab that one really quick. So here's the one that I had under my driver's seat. All right, this side is done. I'm just gonna put the cover back on. Quick little cleanup in there. Okay, so behind you. What's your hands? Right here. That's one of yours. Nice. It's good. Nice. All right. Every time I move steel shot ballast around, I get a bit of a workout. Moving it up to the back of the boat, moving it into the boat, moving it down there. I had to take my hoodie off, and I'm obviously winded. So I'm gonna put this panel back on, and then put my stuff back in here. So one thing to mention when you're working with steel shot ballast bags, which from what I understand, pretty much all bags like this that claim to be lead ballast, they're all steel shot these days. I think lead wake did start with lead, but then they moved on to steel shot, and I don't know if that was because of cost or some sort of danger, I'm not sure. But anyways, one of the things you got to be cautious about is the fact that steel does rust. Now Wake Life does treat their canvas with a water repellent, but it doesn't fight it off from being completely saturated. So if it's sitting in water and lets it soak in, but they do have the steel shot also encapsulated in plastic. So typically you're not going to have any issues unless there's something wrong with your bag, like it incurred some damage. So you do want to be careful where you put them. If they're in an area that gets a lot of water all the time, like you wouldn't want to put it on the very bottom of your boat because there's water in that area all the time. You know, that's what your bilge pumps out. You know, when I do winterizations, I get a little water in the bottom of the boat. So you wouldn't want them in the very bottom of your boat. But I did pick this compartment because I know there won't really be much water in there unless I had a water ballast bag in there and maybe there was a leak on one of the connections. And the other ballast bag, you could see it was actually segmented. So if any water gets in that compartment, it can't come up into this compartment. If any water gets into that compartment, it's going to be small drips. So I'm not concerned about the bags down there. And another thing to consider is if you really did want to put them on the very bottom of your boat, would rust really matter? It's not going to hurt the very bottom of the boat. It just might damage your bags and, you know, obviously mold and maybe make it rust into one piece so it's not as maneuverable. I'm not sure, but I chose that spot because there's supposed to be ballast there anyways, and I think it's going to be a great spot. Like I said, I already had 1,000 pounds in here, so I still have roughly, I don't know, 800-ish pounds throughout the boat. I have one at the captain's chair. I have several under the love seat. Have some up in the nose, and I have some in these back lockers. But I thought this was a really good spot to get them out of the way of storage areas. So I'm just gonna finish up by putting my stuff back in here really quick. All right, so I'm all done now. You know, you can see that it actually cleared up some space in there because I had 3 bags up in there before. And if I would have added 5 more bags there, then that would have made it to where it really takes up a lot of this space. And I could have probably put some in the back locker because I'm not really using up the space in these back lockers. But I really wanted to get them up a little more midship anyways. And really it's going to be able to represent those supplemental ballast bags that were an option for this boat to tell me whether or not I feel like I really need those. So now that when I go out to the lake, I'll have as much weight, actually a little bit more than what it would have been with the supplemental ballast option added. So I'll really be able to see what the wake and wave is like with that in here. But I may still add that supplemental ballast option just because I wouldn't mind getting 1,000 pounds of my 1,500 pounds of steel shot weight off of the trailer when I'm towing it. So that's it for this video. I hope to get out to the lake soon here and really start using this boat and getting used to it and seeing how it works. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and click on that notifications bell so you can be notified of my future videos. I'll see you next week.